I have smelled thousands of fragrances, and I own quite a bunch of fragrances myself. You don't need to have hundreds and hundreds of fragrances to smell good, but these 10 are essential in a sense that you need one at least from each category. Let's get into it. The first category would be a category of a fresh daily driver, a fragrance that can, accompany you if you're running errands, going to the supermarket, maybe, just a quick visit to a friend's house or any occasion like that. I've chosen Reguera from Fashionable. This fragrance is the definition of fresh. So it has citrus, it has sea notes, it has cardamom, just like a tiny bit of sweetness, and everything about this fragrance is just is represented in the bottle. It's just fresh, icy, clean. It has musk as the backbone, has cedar. Very, very inviting, very, very nice. There is no, oh man, this smells like the word clean. So if you're looking for a fresh, clean fragrance, you don't need to look anywhere else. Honestly, this one is as good as it gets, and it's very cheap. It is pretty affordable, around 25 bucks. You can get like a 90, yes, 3-ounce bottle. This is great. This is like fantastic. One of my favorites. The cap is a little bit weird. You have to actually push it to hear the click, but this fragrance, awesome. I love Reguera from Fashionable. Great running errands, seeing a friend, just hanging out. Fresh, clean, daily driver. Next up, you need a signature scent, something that can be worn anytime, anywhere, any occasion, in a sense that okay, I want to smell good, and I have no idea what I'm trying to, pull off here. So I just grab it, spray it, and get out. I have chosen Bleu de Chanel EDP for that reason. This fragrance does everything correctly. So it has some freshness. Up top has citrus. Obviously, you get that, Bleu de Chanel clean vibe. Oh man. At the same time, it has enough sweetness and enough density to, just make it work in any season, any setting, any occasion. It has incense. It is, the middle child of the line. It has everything. So it has the freshness from the eau de toilette. It has the density and maturity from the parfum. I think if you're trying to get a Bleu de Chanel, just one from the line, EDP is the way to go. Not much to say honestly about this fragrance. Bleu de Chanel is a household name among people who are into fragrances. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. Bleu de Chanel, signature scent. That's it. That's all you need to know. And again, my recommendation, if you're just trying to get one from the line, this is the way to go. Fantastic in every sense. And it's a Chanel plus a magnetic cap. And what else you want? Let's go to another discovery of mine, and a fragrance that is, massively under the radar. I don't know why this should be way more popular than it actually is. I'm talking about Wild Heart from Roberto Cavalli. This fragrance is fantastic. This is Spice Bomb plus, a little bit more saffron, I guess. Oh man. Now, I am a big fan of saffron. So if you don't like saffron, probably stay away from this. But it has all the qualities from Spice Bomb and then some. It has, some kind of like a grassy feeling up top. Plus that saffron, plus that pepper. It gives you that Spice Bomb vibe, the original, very, very close to that fragrance. But it also has some green aspects to it. As I said, it has woods. And it has some kind of like a tobacco-ish, incensey backbone. This fragrance is extremely, criminally underrated, in my opinion. This fragrance has to be one of the most hyped fragrances on the market, just because how good it is. And honestly, the price point, the presentation, everything about this fragrance, is great. Plus you get like a 3-ounce bottle here again. Dude, you cannot go wrong with this one. This fragrance is everything you want in a date night fragrance. That category is a must have. You know that, you know, a specific fragrance for a specific purpose. I don't think any woman honestly would hate this on a guy. And, you know, it has enough punch and it has enough power to actually pull people in and make them curious as to, you know, like what you're wearing. Wild Heart, criminally underrated. I love this thing a lot. You gotta try it. Cavalli Wild Heart, fantastic. As I said, again, criminally underrated. Try it. Blind Buy worthy if you like spice. The next category has something to do with high heat. Obviously, you may take a vacation, you go, you know, near the beach somewhere, and you want to go, you know, have a nice time, but outside is very hot. This thing comes in then and saves you from the heat. So you need something to battle the heat, essentially, you know, defeat the heat and, you know, be some kind of like, how say, like it needs to be uplifting and it needs to be cooling. This fragrance does that for you. It has melon, it has, you know, that cucumbery vibe. Very affordable. This is, you know, Blue Seduction from Antonio Banderas. Oh man, it's citrusy, it's melony, it's very, very fresh, uplifting. I don't know why this fragrance is not more popular. Is it the brand? Because, you know, everything about this fragrance is nice. The presentation is cool. You know, the bottom of the fragrance even has, you know, some kind of like a special texture to it. It's kind of cool. The atomizer, it is good for the price. Man, fantastic. And honestly, nothing to complain about the smell. Longevity, well, it's not that great, obviously, with the price. And, you know, like the type of fragrance that this is, obviously it's, you know, designed for high heat, so you have to reapply it. But it gives you that salty, melony, kind of like a vibe. I cannot go wrong with it. I really love this fragrance a lot. And it's one of the purchases that I keep buying. This is probably like my 4th bottle, maybe 5th, I don't know. I just love the way this thing smells. And, you know, for the price, honestly, you know, just get it. Fantastic creation. Antonio Banderas, Blue Seduction. One of my favorite creations from the house of Dior. This is Dior Homme 2020. Controversial. People have, you know, still have mixed opinion about this thing. It has pink pepper and bergamot. It has woods. To me, it gives me a little bit of, you know, like that cashmere and woodsy, clean feeling. And of course, you know, it has ISO super. It's very, very dominant. If you know the note, it's a synthetic note. And, you know, it's a modern creation, as of course, you know, this thing is trying to be. Okay, there we go. Reason I love this fragrance is that it's a good successor to the original Dior Homme. I know that they have changed the nature of this fragrance. It used to be, you know, iris heavy. It used to be, you know, something that was unique. But we still have, you know, Parfum and Dior Homme Intense, and this thing does its job really, really well. So it is kind of in the realm of, I don't find any fragrance that is close to it in terms of, you know, scent, at least my opinion. But what Sauvage does with Ambroxan, this one is trying to do with ISO Super, and, you know, it is successful. Only reason it doesn't get that much hype is because, you know, this came after the original Dior Homme, and of course the house of Dior is still famous for Sauvage, and that fragrance probably outsells this fragrance every single year or every single month or week. So, you know, it doesn't get that much hype. But for the office and the office category, unbeatable, fantastic fragrance for the price. Of course, you know, you pay Dior money, but you get Dior's quality, and, you know, what's not to like? This fragrance is great. I think, like, if you work in an office, if you are going to work in a formal setting, this will be your best friend. Can be worn as a signature scent as well, but for the office, absolutely unbeatable, in my opinion. You can, you know, opt for something probably more soapy, I would say, like Prada L'Homme or something along those lines, maybe Platinum Egoist. But to me, this one is a modern creation. It gives you, that modern office minimalist kind of idea, and I love this fragrance a lot. So yeah, Dior Homme 2020, amazing. The next category is gonna be the niche vibe. What I mean by that is a fragrance that smells luxurious, smells expensive without, trying too hard. And I think French Riviera from Mancera does absolutely that. I mean, this fragrance smells like the most luxurious suntan lotion you can get. And obviously you get, everything that is typical of Mancera. Fantastic presentation, a pouch that, this thing goes in a magnetic cap, and damn. Pressurized atomizer. This fragrance does a lot of the things that blue fragrances do. So you have the citrus ginger combo up top, has like a ton of citrus up top when you spray it, plus pepper, and then it settles into like some kind of like a floral / woody nature. It's a little bit watery at the same time. As I said, to me it's just like the perfect beach fragrance, the luxurious suntan lotion kind of a deal. Very, very underrated. French Riviera is, I think, in my opinion, some people find it unpleasant. I don't know why, but if you go to Fragrantica or like any place that people are talking about fragrances, this fragrance tends to be a little bit polarizing. To me, it's excellent. But if you want anything else, as in like luxurious vibe, this type of fragrance, you can check out Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. But to me, this one, because of the packaging and everything that goes into it, plus it's a very nice niche fragrance. I know Mancera is known to be like the affordable niche, but the quality, honestly, it's up there. Fantastic creation, one of my favorites, French Riviera. Great video. Let's go to something that is addictive and cool. This category, could go any direction. To me, something that is addictive is something like this. This is Caesar Ultra from Supers Budapest. This fragrance is interesting because, when you smell it, and, let me... Damn that atomizer. When you smell it, it smells like nothing, but at the same time it smells like everything. To me, it has a peppery vibe, it has a rosy vibe, it is a little bit spicy with saffron, and at the same time it's a little bit cooling and icy. If you like something that you would just go back to it and you keep smelling it, this fragrance does that for you. At least it does for me. I find this very, very addictive, and I think you would too. Smells very similar to Unique's Luxury Crush on Me, but don't get that one, get this one. I think, just in every way superior, price lower, and the packaging is just as nice, if not nicer. Dude, plus, a magnetic cap, and dude, the atomizer, check this out again. Woo! Crazy business. Supers Budapest, fantastic creation. I love this a lot. To me, a very, very addictive fragrance. Compliment time and compliment monsters are, a lot. You can go for Dior Sauvage. You can go for, I don't know, Spice Bomb Extreme. You can go for any kind of like Dylan Blue fragrances in general, whatnot. My pick would be this one. This is, CDNIM limited edition. I've been talking about this fragrance a lot on this channel. It has a reason. Oh man, this is fantastic in every way imaginable. That pineapple smoky vibe from the original Aventus present here, amped up to 11, and this thing slaps in terms of longevity, in terms of projection. No complaints in any department, and they get rid of it, the harsh opening that it used to have. So this fragrance works. I don't say much about this fragrance. Honestly, you don't really have to talk about it. Everybody knows what this is all about. All you need to know is get the limited edition, spray it on your clothes, hair, everywhere. Just swim in it. Go out, and there is a very good chance you'll get a compliment. That's all I am gonna say. Fantastic, CD and I am limited edition. I'm not gonna talk more about this. This thing is, self-explanatory, I guess. We have the classic masculine fragrance up next. Encre Noir is a safe bet if you want to smell masculine. People say it's a funeral fragrance. Oh, man. I never got that feeling. To me, it smells like burnt wood, covered with a lot of vetiver and other green elements like moss maybe. It's just, very soothing, very inviting. I really like this fragrance a lot. To me, it doesn't smell anything, like remotely close to a funeral. This is one of the fragrances that really pulls you in. I love the way this thing smells. It's very masculine, but at the same time, it's very calming. It's just, for the price, the quality you get here, great. And it's, very iconic. Even if you're collecting, fragrances to build like a small collection, having Encre Noir just, gives it some kind of like an edge when it goes against any other fragrance collection, essentially, because, it's a classic. And it's the vetiver, it is the, like the woody element mixed with green elements. It's just, man, I love this creation a lot. Again, when you include the price and when you think about the price, masterpiece. It's a freaking masterpiece. I love Encre Noir a lot. Great, great, great fragrance. And you should have it, really. The last category is going to be the fragrances that are sophisticated. They're going to open your eyes to new horizons. They're going to, make you understand that, okay, these fragrances do exist, although I may not wear them personally, but I love the fact that they exist and, they can open up new ways for other perfumers and, the industry in general. I've picked Gris Charnel Extrait. This fragrance is one of my absolute favorites when it comes to, sophistication, being different from the norm. Oh, man. Woo. So it has fig. It has tea. There's like a good amount of fig and tea in the opening, especially. So it has tea and fig in the opening, actually like a good amount of it. But at the same time, it is very, very different from your typical fig fragrance, from your typical tea fragrance. It has sophistication to it. So it has some kind of like a floral mid. It, very quickly it goes into that floral nature. It has iris. It has, like a tiny, tiny touch of that lipsticky, makeupy vibe to it. It's not about that, but it has that, just the right amount. The fragrance as a whole goes into, like a woody backbone. I believe, you can smell it, you can pick up vetiver in the dry down. The whole thing is just disconnected from the note breakdown. Yes, you get every element individually, but when you just, think about it, it's just not there. It's not a tea fragrance, it's not a fig fragrance, it's not, a vetiver fragrance, none of that. It's not floral. It's just very sophisticated. It's complex, and it can, really push you and make you think like, okay, such thing exists. So, I may go and explore the world of perfumes more even. So that's how it works. If you have these 10 fragrances, you're covered in every situation, every occasion, and you've been, exposed to essentially every kind of fragrance. Obviously, the notes are going to be different. Multiple fragrances have multiple different notes. You know that. But in the, grand scheme of things, these fragrances really explain the world of fragrances and, what they're all about. If you know more categories, or if you think, these categories are not enough, Give me your ideas. Maybe I can make a part 2 of this video. Thank you a lot for watching and being here. Have a great day and night ahead, all of you. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, guys. Give this video a thumbs up. This is, like you're at your phone already, so it'll be easy. Helps the channel grow, and I can bring more and more fragrances to you, hopefully. If you have any suggestions, any feedback, requests, just let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.